Recently, I've been thinking a lot about nostalgia in games and nostalgic games, and at the forefront of my mind whenever I thought about this was Mario Kart Wii. Hey, we all remember having a great time thinking Me Outfit C was real, or getting destroyed by Japanese players late at night when your mom thinks you're sleeping, so of course I had to get back on the game. My sights were set, and the only thing missing was to throw in some stakes and throw in a little bit of a challenge. Before I had played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in a challenge format, but I didn't want to just repeat the same banana themed stuff like throwing them at me or any of that. And then I realized I'd never actually been forced to consume a large volume of these bananas. But that changes today as I take on what I call the Mario Kart Wii All Tracks Banana Gauntlet. So to make the rules perfectly clear, I'll be playing all 32 tracks on 150cc with hard computers. Everything else is the same except that the tracks are in order, and that order being the one that the game puts them. Now, for the actual banana parts, every time I finish a race and I'm not in first place, that counts as a failure in this challenge. And every failure means I must eat a banana. I also have 3 lives during the duration of this, because ironically I had to Google how many bananas can safely be eaten, and I would prefer to avoid that number. And before you all Google that, it's 7 by the way. Lastly, if I ever get a 12th place finish, every single track after that counts as a loss. So theoretically, losing on the first track, Luigi Circuit, could make me eat 32 bananas, so I really need to be careful of this. But with that, it's time to get started, or just do the entire challenge not on camera, as I did the first time around, where I played almost every track and ate a lot of these bananas, but my footage cut out. So here's just me eating these disgusting bananas after every race I failed. They're totally like blackish brown because I left them in a plastic bag, which don't do that by the way. But yeah, these potassium-filled monstrosities did not go down well. And to avoid things like that from happening again, I'm gonna eat all of the bananas at once at the end, speed eating them, because that will bypass any technical difficulties that pop up and will also maximize the destruction to my intestines yet again. So now let's actually get started. As is known, the first track, Luigi Circuit, is pretty simple, so besides a little bit of some initial stress with a rain cloud, it was smooth sailing to a first place finish. Next up was the fan favorite Moo Moo Meadows, where things also went pretty well. Alright, I may have done a hit and run, but he can't tell anybody. Mushroom Gorge can get a little bit dicey, like what happened here with this blue shell, but despite the environmental obstacles of extreme GMO Monsanto-owned mushrooms, I hung on to that first place finish. Fortunately, my time in Toad's factory did not go as well, with a mental flavor blasting of items all hitting me on lap 1, causing me to go from 2nd to 12th. And although I recovered by lap 3, a slip up at the end landed me in 3rd and cost me my first life. Mario's Circuit went much better, as an assist from a Chain Chomp kept me in 1st and got me the dub. In Coconut Mall, things started off rough, but being that this is, the Coconut Mall, I of course pulled it all back and made it to 1st by the end. DK Summit, my personally favorite map in the game, went extremely well thanks to a few handy shortcuts and Shy Guy Shaun White's not hitting me in midair. Oh, Wario's Gold Mine. If there ever was a map to lose, I really thought it would be this one, where I'm incredibly garbage. If you haven't realized, I don't even play on manual, I play automatic, so I can't even really drift. I thought I was gonna fall 5 billion times, but miraculously I made it to the end, and even won. And that's also a 4th of this challenge done, only 1 life down. Things were going good. Daisy's Circuit was a photo finish with Donkey Kong, causing me to break a little bit of a sweat, but thankfully our ground pounding friend got a little too excited and crashed right into the curb in front of me. Koopa Cape, another fantastic track, was next in the pipeline, and I won with the biggest lead I had gotten so far. Maple Treeway, which is most definitely the best looking track in the game, went extremely well until this blue shell came out of nowhere. But that's not all. Yeah, I got 6th place and lost my 2nd life. Grumble Volcano, the infamously broken map with the rock you can win the race on, went well, getting my hopes back up just a little bit. Dry Ruins put me in quite this scary situation, but thanks to a huge clutch with the mushroom at the end, I was able to steal that win back. Moonview Highway, one of my other least favorite courses, I have no reason for this by the way, I just hated, was yet another fine one until the end, but then something hits me, in this case, a huge truck. And then my character's clone version, or baby version I guess, passed me. But that was not the end of me, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Bowser's Castle had me cocking going in, but I'll let this clip speak for itself. It's not gonna matter. It's gonna matter. Get me. That's my lives. With no lives left, I moved on to Rainbow Road, and I was so focused I even smacked my desk with the wheel. This extreme dedication to the game earned me the victory, thankfully, so my broken fingers and Wii Remote were rewarded somewhat. Finally, I had completed half of this gauntlet and moved on to the remade maps. First was Peach Beach, which saw me get hit by a blue shell right at the very end, and you guessed it, second place. And also one banana on the counter. But hey, I only have 15 tracks left, this can't be that bad, right? Luckily, Yoshi's Falls was another victory, but unsurprisingly, the same blue shell shenanigans happened in Ghost Valley, hitting me yet another banana. Mario Raceway started atrociously with an engine blowout, but thanks to this golden mushroom I jumped from 12th to 1st and ended up in 1st. Sherbert Land was another win, and nothing really went wrong there. And Shy Guy Beach, another one of my favorites, was also a... Oh, come on, man. The worst part about this is I almost lost the race entirely, getting 12th, which could have been a catastrophe for my body, for the bananas, and most importantly, my toilet. Thankfully, instead of adding 11 bananas, I only added 1, which brought my total to a whopping 3. Delfino Square and Waluigi Stadium were uneventful, and although I quickly fell behind on Desert Hills, a good use of star power also secured me the win. In Bowser's Castle, a blue shell dealt some damage to me, but thankfully another one dealt some damage to Bowser, and I got first. On DK's Jungle Parkway, a serious botch with the Mega Mushroom put me in a disadvantageous position, but I caught back up and got the win. On the first Retro Mario circuit, things came down to the wire yet again, but this time I choked, despite thinking I had it. And then there were 4. On the second Retro Mario circuit, I was hit by a blue shell twice, once targeting me and once not, and some even more sloppy driving got me in a 6th place finish, and my 5th banana. So I really hate Mario circuit maps now. Peach Gardens is another favorite of mine, so I fortunately was able to pull off some initial shortcuts and show the bots why I play as Peach. DK Mountain is a pretty scary course with that long, item-prone bridge, but thankfully it didn't give me any trouble, and I moved on to the last track, N64's Bowser's Castle. This was a nerve-wracking race, as I was in second for the majority of the time, to the unrelenting Donkey Kong bot, and by the end the scandalous Yoshi bot. But just like Kong's curb-seeking crash, Yoshi decided to take a little dip in the fiery lava, and I got my final win. In the end, I had 433 points out of a possible 480, with 24 first place finishes. But, as you can tell, despite my best efforts, I still need to eat 5 bananas in a row. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. As you can see, I have the 5 bananas laid out before me, like the Infinity Stones, and I guess I just gotta speedrun eating them. So, I have no plans for this. I'm just a guy who's seen a couple LA Beast videos. I guess we'll just jump into it. So, let that timer start. It's kind of getting hard to chew. Time. That's 5 bananas down. That's the most fiber I'm ever gonna eat in one time in my whole life. Or at least I hope so. Needless to say, this challenge was a quick and fun one, but I would totally be down to do one like it again. However, the aftermath of it had me not going to the bathroom for about 2 days, and then when I went, I really went. If you have any ideas about challenges like this one, please drop a comment so I can do it. As long as they're in reason. Actually, never mind. My next video is going to be me replicating WWE moves that happen in 2K, so honestly, comment anything in reason or not, and I'll probably do most of it. And with that, I hope to see you around, and have a good rest of your day.